sky is blue, a Sunday afternoon, she doesn't know what to...
Hi guys, and welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the Heart. So today, today's love and romance reading is for the lovely Aquarius. Just to let you know, Aquarius, how I actually do things over here. By now some of you would have seen that I've done a general reading for you. This is something that I'll put out month by month, okay, for each sign of the zodiac. And yours will already be on the channel. So if you haven't seen it, check it out and see what you think. And before I do that reading is I shuffle the cards off screen just to get rid of any vibrations from previous readings. And then what I'll go and do is I will pull out 8 cards intuitively that will serve as guidance for the month. So I'll make my notes on those cards and form some general reading around that. Some of you will apply to, some of you it won't. Okay. Now with these love and romance readings, what I will do is I will do the same process. So I'll shuffle the cards and then I'll pull out one card that will serve as my indicator card for the month. So it will serve as a card that will indicate to me events that potentially will happen in some of your lives, love lives, for the month that I'm talking about. In this case it's October. After the reading I will then go to my Romance Angels Oracle cards and I'll shuffle and pull out on screen one of these cards. This is by Doreen Virtue and this will serve as your message card from the angels regarding your love life. Okay, so let's make a start. The card that I pulled out for the month of October for some of you Aquarians is the King of Pentacles. Woohoo! Happy days! This is a really good card to get if you're single, okay? Especially if you're a single female. This means it's a really strong omen for love coming into your life. Really strong. King of Pentacles is a very stable individual. The character is depicted as being someone who's really good at business, someone who's really successful, someone who is someone who's really good financially, someone who's really secure, someone who builds businesses and is really successful at doing those, and just, you know, it's the type of man every woman wants. Just someone who is just straight down the line, doesn't suffer fools gladly, knows what he wants, goes for it. He's really just successful in all areas of his life. He's not a particular, I wouldn't say that he's like as romantic as, say, for example, the Knight of Cups, but I would say that he does know how to look after a woman, and he does, you know, he looks after a woman in all areas of your life together. And I think that for some of you Aquarians in the month of October, you're going to potentially meet somebody like this, a man like this. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to meet a billionaire. You may meet a billionaire, who knows. But what I am saying is that if you've been single for a while, or if you've had relationships in the past where your partners just haven't come up to par, then potentially you could meet someone who just completely sweeps you off your feet and makes you feel like an absolute queen. He's kind, he's generous, he's thoughtful, he's genuine, he's you know, he wants to look after you, he can offer you security and all of that thing. Now, it could be that you meet someone purely with some of the facets of this card. Now, just to let you know that if you do meet somebody like this in the month of October, you need to put your best foot forward with him, because the King of Pentacles is a man who likes the finer things in life, shall we say. Okay, he's worked hard for what he's got. He's very driven. He's very, you know, he's got a lot of get up and go about him. And I think that this character wants somebody who's like that. Do you see what I mean? So you could meet him, but if you perhaps came across as somebody who was lazy and wanted to just shop at Prada all day, I'm not sure whether he'd be into that. But what I am saying is that he's very selective with women. Okay, he's very selective with who he goes for. And I think that, you know, you need to make sure that you put your best foot forward, that you show that you are worth his time, because I think impressions for him are really important. And I think that, you know, if you were going to meet someone in October, it could potentially be someone who has very high ideals. So they have very you know, the bar is set high for them in terms of what they want. For people, for Aquarians that are attached in a relationship, I think that you'll have built something already. I think that something will have been built up already. This card really is about, I mean, you know, you'd look at this card and you think it was purely about finances. I mean, he's holding a great big pentacle. Do you know what I mean? A great big coin. That signifies real wealth. And I think that for a lot of you Aquarians who are in a relationship at the moment, I think the potential for October is that you're going to build greater things together. There's going to be real commitment going on there. There's going to be, you know, just really working together to make your relationship even wealthier, even more abundant. And I don't just mean in monetary terms, you know, because it could be that for some of you Aquarians you're not rich. For most of you probably you're not rich, but you have wealth in your emotional life together, you know, in your children, in what you've built up. And I think that you're just, what this card signifies for those of you that are actually in a committed relationship is that you'll just go on and you'll just carry on building that abundance with the relationship and that wealth of emotion or whatever in that relationship, and you know, you'll make it even stronger and even more affluent than it already is. So Aquarians, that's your reading for the month. That's your love and romance reading for the month of October. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to shuffle my Romance Angel Oracle cards, and I'm going to pick one card on screen which will serve as your message card from the angels, and then after that I'm going to read you just what the interpretation says in this guidebook, okay? So let's get the cards. And these are the cards, absolutely gorgeous, aren't they? And I'm just going to shuffle them. I like to shuffle for a long time, but I can't when I'm on screen because it's virtually impossible to do that. So cards, message from the angels. What do you advise? What message have you got for the zodiac sign of Aquarius this month regarding their love and romantic life? So cards are shuffled. Let's see what it says on the top. Ooh, engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. How interesting is that? That's exactly what I said for you attached Aquarians, that in the month of October you've already built something together. It's fairly rock solid and you're just building even more. Let's have a look at what the description is of that card in the booklet. So, engagement. Congratulations, this card signals pending nuptials, beginning with a romantic engagement. Even if you're not presently in a relationship, the romance angels can see one upon your horizon. How interesting is that, folks? This card comes to you as reassurance, specifically so that you'll choose to release any worries about whether you'll get married, because you will. Deep romantic love in which you feel treasured is in the cards for you. The deeper meaning of this card relates to commitment. First, you commit to taking care of yourself. You establish boundaries about what you will and won't accept in your relationships and in other life areas such as career, home, lifestyle and so on. Next, you honour your self-commitment by taking decisive action and telling others how you truthfully feel about their behaviour. As you commit to yourself, the universe sends you additional experiences of loving commitment, including the promise of marriage. Wow. So, it's funny because that card, there was something that's just come to mind that I did forget to mention about this King of Pentacles cards. And I forgot to mention that in this King of Pentacles, because he's so such a stabilising force, if any of you Aquarians, single Aquarians, first of all, let's talk about the single Aquarians first. If you happen to meet someone like this in October, then they're in it for the long haul. They're very committed. I know that I said that he's very selective, potentially very, very selective, so you need to put your best foot forward. But if you are the person that he wants, he'll be there for the long haul. So if you should meet someone who is like the King of Pentacles, if this person should come into your life in the month of October, all it simply means, as well as what I've already said, is that this person is going to be potentially a lifelong relationship. It's going to potentially go on for a very, very long time. There's going to be real commitment there. It's going to be literally, potentially true love. And yeah, you couldn't get a better man than this type of man in your life. So this card, engagement, really backs it up. That you could meet someone and, you know, it could be just like a really loving, stable relationship. And, you know, who knows, potentially in the future marriage. And for those of you who are in a relationship, as I've mentioned, this card depicts just things getting even deeper in October. You know, who knows, potentially an engagement coming up. So that's your love reading, guys, for the month of October 2014. And just to let you know, as I have done with the other signs of the zodiac, that I'm going to be introducing my angel readings for the month of October. So I'm going to be doing them on a week-by-week basis. I'm going to be using my Doreen Virtue Angel Tarot readings, Angel Tarot cards, and also my Doreen Virtue Archangel Power Tarot cards for each of the zodiac signs. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to starting those. And those readings will really just serve as some form of guidance for you on a week-by-week basis. So I'll see you on those readings and have a great day. Take care.